Souls. Previously, poison.
You've been long away. Well,
Beep.
you see that blacksmith over there? Is he one of those hollows? He seems to keep eyeing me up. He sort of looks like my father. He's a blacksmith too, you see. The poor man's such a worrywart. But he wouldn't follow me out here, would he? I was born in a land to the west, Volgan, famous for its merchants. They were great, bustling cities. But for me, they were suffocating. And so I set out, in search of stones in faraway lands. There are dangers, for certain, but I much prefer to live this way. But for the life of me, I can't remember how I ended up here. It's as if I were drawn to the place, or lured in. Oh, I don't know. These stones may look good. Some of them are none of the different.
Still not actually selling stones.
Suit yourself.
Anyway, it's time for iron.
Oh, stones? Try it. You might be surprised. Now, don't go near that the scoundrel's name is Gilligan, and he's infamous in our hometown. Yes, everyone's heard of him. Gilligan can certainly be helpful at times.
Exciting
Even
times
people
in
out
the
for his life.
Keep.
Yes,
You can bet he
soon.
brought it on himself.
You're quite quiet. Hold on, let me adjust some loudness. Souls may have declared itself loud again. Or Discord quiet. Yeah, let me louden Discord. How about now?
Audio.
There you are.
Right.
Don't spend. You'll need souls to. I know. Oh, don't we? People these days.
It just never quite cooperates.
Such is the curse.
The nature of the curse. Audio is never perfect.
Anyway, off to iron.
We'll be rich.
Off to prizes. Not yet.
The lava prizes are very dangerous.
I will need
Especially for you.
some sort of rig for that.
No, that's not even good enough.
Well, that stain's never coming back.
Yeah.
Here we are, though. Iron.
It's a pretty cool looking place. Just too bad it sort of ended up in this strange place where what it's most known for is how out of place it is.
Most known for being on top of the poison windmill, yeah.
Yeah. The citizens are a healthy mix of designs, which I very much like, actually. East meets west. Or something like that. They are the Long Knights are one of the first enemies in Dark Souls 2 that really goes for you for once.
Mm-hmm. Switch
Like,
back
up
to my
this
general
point,
loadout.
usually. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, depending on how the rest of the castle is, we might get to know these two gents further well.
I feel like I can already say at this point that, yes. Yes, you will.
Hmm.
And it has very little to do with your, you know, your general skill at the game. It's just, I don't think at least parts of the upcoming area are particularly well suited for magic. But we'll see. You've been doing really well with such a easily killed man.
Great heavy isn't necessary for those. Just getting by with... Well, no, they were just barely not dying to 2 greats, but that was also before I put the ring on. Economy.
What ring was that? Was that in, like, intelligence or something?
Yeah, the int boosting ring is part of current loadout.
That looks real hot.
Fire is hot. We know this from science.
There are all kinds of fire here. Fire in liquid form, fire in gaseous form. All very hot.
What is iron if not the coldest fire?
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. There's the solid state.
Right, great heavy actually necessary. For the 2-hit and for that little bit of stagger. That is my approach here. Oh, Arrowman.
That particular bullhead does not really have a gap, no.
It has the illusion of a gap.
Yeah. And it's very hot. Yeah, I think the work hook even says on it when you read the description that it is a bad weapon, and it's not lying. However,
it did anything at all in Poison Zone because nobody wears armor in Poison Zone. That's all meat all the time.
However, it is
Hook.
a hook. Which is far more important.
Nice looking furnace. Okay, you can roll the cancel out of a spell cast. Sometimes. There is some window for that in there.
Here we go. So, I think I told you at one point that if you roll through water urns, you take extra damage from lightning attacks.
I would expect that also means resistance to fire.
Yes, and essentially maxed for a while. Like your fire resistance, as long as you're leaving wet footprints behind, your fire resistance will be extremely high. And that's how they want you to walk in the lava, more or less. It'll still kill you, but not nearly as quickly.
No, that would have been a move to do on this fellow if we'd gone this way first.
Yeah.
What? Who are you? Who, me? I'm Macarold. Who else?
Now, funnily enough, it will not help with the bullhead flamethrower very much. Still. This fellow sells some very important items.
Very important.
Very important.
Ah, also very important. Yes, I see. And furthermore, what a guy! What a great new friend we have here.
Yeah, sells all kinds of great stuff.
Around the bang, looking for a find, following me instincts. I don't care what thing's worth. What matters is whether it grabs me.
Jester's set is interesting too, because I think every piece of the armor has some special ability. I think the hat increases item discovery, the leggings makes you take less damage from falls. Yeah, I think the other two pieces do something as well, but those are the two best ones, probably.
Fire spited from the earth, and the place turned into this. At least, that's what I've been told. Not a bad story, eh? So, what'll it be? Anything for you today?
Ah, yeah, that is pretty
You know
good.
that old fella?
Protects from
The hulking
backstabs.
blue sword. He talks really highly of it. I got a feeling it's a fake. I didn't want to disappoint him, so I just sort of talked around it. Let me just say, there are lots of legendary swords out there. Have you heard of the shrine built to honor the dragons? If only I knew how to get them.
Fake blue sword.
So what is this menu for?
Yeah, you can use your spices, Simpleton spice and
Oh, he
Skeptic
applies
spice.
spice.
To
Okay.
lower the requirements.
I figured that was just use the spice, rather than needing an appropriate spice technician.
Cheers.
Nope. Apparently it's very... You need a specialist to cram them up your nose. Very dangerous otherwise. You might start doubting your own existence or something.
Mouse cursor, get out of there. Stop wandering back over there, mouse cursor. You don't belong there. Right.
You've quite an...
Let's clear him out. Or at least as much as possible. Mouse cursor, stop this.
This is also part of the curse.
Additional... Well, fall control is new. I don't have any fall control yet. Or... No, I have the ring, but not the spell. Additional ammo for a bunch of other things.
Cheers. You've quite a new... I think we have some... Here, you should like these.
Yes. Good.
I'm mainly a treasure. A ring. I don't care. Do I enjoy... I suppose I'm... Very well.
Presents.
The pressure.
The other kind of greed. Advanced greed. What's amazing is that there are any other suits of armor in the game.
Yeah, it's weird.
Look at that stat line. I have 4 more rings now. The ultimate life form. A clown.
Clown with a stick.
On with a hook.
Yes. Just to remind you that it's not necessarily a happy clown. Keep your distance from the clown. It's got a hook.
It's all part of the act. Be wary when he asks for volunteers.
Never sit in front row.
Ah, fire lives here. Of course.
Yeah.
And switches don't give you iframes. Of course.
Nope. It's interesting in a way. Because the reason they changed that was apparently because people complained about it in Dark Souls 1. It's why they changed backstabs, it's why they changed so that you're not invulnerable when you backstab, and you're not invulnerable when you go through doors or pull switches. I don't know why people complain about that. It seemed
People
fine to me.
complain about terrible things.
Yes, iframes. That
This
having
too
been
is
said,
a symptom of the curse.
yeah. This place is probably they went a bit overboard with when they changed it for Scholar. It's a lot harder. I mean, I appreciate it now that I've played through it a bunch, but the first time, I hope that it's no beginner's first experience. That would be quite painful.
Did it not notice that I did that beyond pulling about shooting it with it didn't aggro? Really?
It didn't hurt enough. It could have been anything. Could have been a particularly large bug or something that flew into his back.
Really,
He's
this
got a
thing
job.
goes off all the time. He's
Yeah.
used to it.
It's once in a blue moon. It's no big deal.
What seems to be the problem, your lordship? I work here. Yes, I'm the new Arbalister. Good day.
Arbalister, clown. What can't this man do?
I have many talents. Used to work for the
Only
Queen of
talent.
Poison.
Yeah, she's I mean, got laid off very recently, but you know.
In hard
No one
times at the
here.
poison mines.
Cheers.
Sometimes inputs happen. That is the perils of switching back to two-button jump. Yeah,
yeah.
that happens. That's life.
Yeah. Part of the curse. Also, it's, you know, a pratfall or two. I mean, it's part of your job description now.
Just a bit of harmless cluttering. Falling into magma is a very central part of local comedy.
It's a good thing, too, because it happens a lot around here. Really, the only thing they can do for fun is jump into lava.
Most of the jokes, most of the sports, most local festivals.
Yeah. Lava polo. Matches very short, but
Well,
very intense.
perfect. Cheers.
It's cool of them to let this guy just kind of hang around, considering they're really trying to kill you.
He has a license.
Ah, alright, that makes sense.
Monkus never has time for paperwork. A wizard cannot abide bureaucracy. Let's see, where are the archers? Like one somewhere off in that direction and one off in that
3
direction.
o'clock and 12 o'clock, I guess.
Ah, there you are, on the bridge.
Yeah, well, in Scholar he has a bow also, but not in this version.
No, that was just a swordman.
Yeah.
Now I have the archer's attention. Alright, there's one.
They're very impressive archers, actually, because they can curve their arrows around corners sometimes.
They know the arts. Put away the poison moss. We're through that. Poison is dead.
Yeah,
Poison will never return.
well, let's not go nuts here. This is Dark Souls still. But not on this path, you're right about that.
Just out of range. Or what I'm aiming at isn't the next night. I think that's the next night.
No, you got it right.
They're both the next night, and they're out of range.
Even blue dissipates over time.
Right, there's another one of you down here. Hold on. Find the proper place to entertain you.
Hey, wanna hear a joke? It's called Greater Soul Arrow. And you can really tell right here that the acquisition range is a little bit suspect. That they'll chase you
Acquisition
down
range, and then also the pathing mesh is a little weird.
Yeah,
A little coarse.
better in Scholar, but this is a big room, after all. Oh, nice shoot.
Oh, that did something. Does fire still live here? Door hot?
Yep.
Door
fire still
hot.
lives there. Fire cannot be stopped by pulling mere levers. They require more you know, gentler methods. More precision than a simple lever.
There's need for engineering.
Exactly. got it exactly right.
Hmm. Hmm.
Try jumping.
Try jumping.
You do have the Jester pants on, right?
Yes.
So try jumping is actually not as bad as it normally would be. I'm a little bit sad they removed the frantic climbing up ladders you can do in this game from Dark Souls 3. I like that, it looked funny, even if it was dangerous to do.
Yeah, extreme climbing is definitely preferable. Anyone who really strongly needs to have immersive, slow ladder climbing needs to adjust priorities.
Yes. No, you can't. It's, well, you can hold down the run button and go slightly faster, but it's not as fast as it is in this game. And in that case, I don't know why you would have two speeds at all. Is that a piece of engineering? I see. Technology.
There. Switched off the fire. It sure is a lot of rattling going on somewhere. Oh, there you are. That's dedication. So, yeah, you just leapt rather than wait for me to get around the corner.
Just getting bored.
The magma layer.
This was the first exciting thing to happen in who even knows how long. There's a case to be made for not pulling the second... Oh, well, you just did it, but there is a case to be made when playing through this area to not pull the second lever. Because then enemies can't as easily follow you across the bridge. So you can fall off it, but it's harder for them to do the same thing.
Fun with opening it up. More access, more flow. Fog wall over there. Let's find out up here. Oh, it's more of you guys. Turtle men. This is your home.
And they're not rusted here. Freshly made.
Properly maintained. And
Quite
the other one is wandering off. Okay. Farewell.
See ya.
I must pursue him.
I think it might be worth noting that the door you couldn't open.
Yeah. Continue.
The door you couldn't open is open from the other side of the fog wall. You could see.
Mm-hmm.
You came in the big room. But pursuing Turtlemen is progress if you would prefer to do that.
Given the choice, I tend to prefer unprogress.
Yeah, same. It is the Dark Soul way a lot of the time, that progress, just making progress is pretty easy actually, because you can run past almost anything. So the danger comes from slowly searching the surroundings for useful items.
The danger is all about pressing your luck.
Yeah. That too.
You can get a relatively quick run through this by getting into the furnace. And then up the ladder in the furnace.
If you want to get back to the turtles, then yeah.
I would like to get my
through the
number.
furnace. Yeah, yes, it's true.
And the door reclosed, that's nice. Doors give iframes. Ladders do not.
Yeah, doors give iframes sometimes. Not all doors, but some do.
Oh, you are a different man. I never got to sample your moves.
That is a captain.
Lighting man, who, farewell. He was the captain.
Oh no, the number. Oh, okay, well.
He was the
And they
captain.
Yeah.
Ogwall it is then.
It's interesting. There are a few enemies in this game that seem to have only been like half finished, because both their movements are very stiff and their AI seem kind of half-baked. You don't really know what they're doing a lot of the time. And Alan Captains is one of those enemies, where they fall off things a lot more often than their regular knights do. Maybe they just made whoever had the best sense of humor into a captain. I don't know.
You don't get promoted for skill. At least not skill at pathfinding through magma.
Black Steel Katana would have been a nice prize if, you know...
For another
also
build.
had to use,
In another
yeah,
world.
Exactly. Another Flunkus. Another time. And you had a different vocation.
Oh, there's a tiny bit of homing on these.
Yeah, every projectile has a tiny bit of homing. Now you could have power stanced them in a different life.
Roads not taken. Archer's range is slightly better than mine. But only slightly.
Frail clown body can't stand very many arrows.
For now. He was the captain.
The number had turned significantly smaller.
So it goes. A spend number to make number.
It's true, it's very true. Man, those arrows hurt a whole lot.
Greatly and heavily. It's good times for sorcery when they realize they already had the perfect spell and just need to keep attaching words to it.
Yeah. The more words you put on it, the bigger it becomes, and the more it hurts. Now, see that item over there? Down on the broken stairs?
Mm-hmm.
It's a very important item. Put in a very silly location. Bit of a mean one, but what can you do? Yes! Finally! The one thing that will make Flunkus reconsider his career.
Not today. In another world.
Flunkus can dream.
What are we dreaming of?
So I
2
had her.
hands. Ah, the doll.
Oh,
Ember.
wow.
Hello.
We found Tom's outfit. Awesome.
Yes.
Hit the dull ember. Things are happening now.
It's a really dull ember. It's not very happening.
Alright, that's actually very helpful. Yes, good. Thank you, Lockstone.
Yeah, this is the place where the water trough here is actually very nice and useful and friendly. As
Right,
you roll
for-
on it and you get wet, and then fire hurts you less. And it's also part of the strategy for, you know, getting the items on the magma rocks, as you might guess.
Yeah. I think they want you to drop off the side, yeah.
Oh, have you already met what's behind that fog?
Not yet.
Okay.
And even when damp, Flunkus does not have enough raw HP to endure magma
No.
for any amount of time. Magma is off limits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That they do expect you to have leveled vigor at least a little. Though, are you also wearing a fire resistance ring?
Not yet.
It really doesn't help enough. Especially since you still take damage while opening the chest, and you know how long it takes to open.
I wonder if chests stay open after you open them.
They do, but you won't make it in time with this amount of HP. There's no way.
I suppose people also complained that Orange Charred Ring made traversing magma too perilous.
I don't think
I mean,
so.
there's also that transporting yourself over magma is never actually required. It's strictly for optional treasure stuff.
True.
I think most of it is pyromancy too. It's for the people who are serious about fire.
Well,
I'm gonna live fire, eat fire.
Get this
throw
spiky
fire,
head.
just roll around in fire. Just get it all upon us.
Oh yeah, actually, I think that treasure chest is Chaos Storm.
cheers.
You know, you might done talking to you, because I definitely want you to migrate if possible.
You've quite unusual.
Unfortunately, Magarold does not migrate.
These parts.
He lives here.
It's too cool around here. Why would he leave?
Way into iron.
yeah, the lava chests are Chaos Storm and a shield with a phoenix on it.
All fire theme. It's been a very embarrassing day for the alarm captains. Getting very slowly shuffled sniped by a clown.
They were prepared for many things. Wizardry was not one of them.
One is prepared for clown wizards.
Yellow Knights are at least worth a good deal of soul cash dollars.
They are powerful. The Elan Knights. Now, if you don't have 1,000 soul arrows, they are pretty dangerous in close combat enemies.
Wow, nice work. I still can't do that jump consistently.
I love the Iron Keep for how jumpy it is. It's just a really cool area the way they built it.
It's neat. That particular jump though, I don't like. Because the reward is bad and the jump is very hard.
The world design remains full of interesting shapes. Looking down there briefly, in case of any chance that the stain was not on the magma directly, but merely adjacent to the magma. Nope, right at the cube.
Yep.
Yeah, cubes take a while to open, so...
That number is probably lost to time.
Melter Demon, there's a name I've heard a bunch.
Oh yes, we're here.
This,
Your reputation precedes you, Sir Smelter.
One of the hardest bosses in Dark Souls, I would say.
Dark Souls 2, but yeah, he's pretty tough and deceptively simple.
Boy,
That was a hell of a
it's
power
pretty hard.
slide.
Yeah, the other thing about the Smelter Demon is that, like, once he stokes his fire, you constantly take flame damage from standing near him.
Which sucks.
Unless
Dumb mechanic.
you're a sorcerer. Who stands
You
near
know.
things?
In fact, the Smelter Demon is best fought by sorcerers. I think it's the thing that the Smelter Demon resists the least. And staying away from him is a good counter.
Alright. Time to learn how many of these I can get into a train.
Oh, actually, the Smelter Demon only resists fire. He's actually neutral to everything else, so never mind.
Yeah, it's
And
just
you can summon Lucatiel for the Smelter Demon, and I think it's the last thing you have that you can summon Lucatiel for.
yeah. I'm not sure he can do that. Could be wrong.
I mean, we met Lucatiel in Earthen Peak, so I see no reason why you wouldn't be able to summon her here.
Well, you know, they're buggy if you haven't done if you haven't done everything. Occasionally, the quest doesn't really work.
Honestly, the only part of Lucatiel that Luna's missed is summoning her in the Black Gulch, or,
Yeah.
talking to her there. And
Yeah.
I missed that too my first time through the game. I didn't think to jump off the cliff to find a secret area. So, and yet I was still able to summon her here.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember what I did the first time, but I do remember that I could not summon her here, even though I met her in the
These guys are a bit of an unpleasant run back.
They're very fast.
Yeah, you have to bait them, like, you have to be sprinting and then roll as they attack. It is not easy to deal with them. Oh yeah, and as far as the Smelter Demon being tough is, like, yeah, it's not an easy boss, but I never had a special trouble with him. So I don't know if you will either, because you're even more of a wizard than I am when it comes to this run, at least.
I think that might be more of a problem than a help in this case. Just
I mean, the
because-
lack of HP, yeah,
Yep.
but... And you probably still don't have as good a roll as I did.
There is a decent chance that even if you humanize, he may be able to kill you in one hit of anything at one point.
Well, we got Steel Protection +1 though, so... And the Jester
Still
set has
not.
good fire resistance, so...
Yeah, but still, he hits real hard. I mean, I've made characters specifically, like, very tanky, supposedly, guys, that he can almost kill in well, not in one hit, but that he can definitely kill in 2 hits. Even though they have, like, fire-resistant armor and are fighters. But we'll see.
Folks are also where the movement tracking is getting more blatant.
Yeah, the movement tracking is more of a problem for sorcerers in this game.
I mean, really? Because if you're not really close to someone, then does it matter?
Yeah, because if you're not a sorcerer and you're sticking close to enemies all the time, then you can actually bypass the movement tracking pretty easily.
Yeah, the tracking gets at you as a sorcerer because they use it to extend their movement.
Yeah, if you run around an enemy, they will not be able to keep track of you. But if you're trying to, like, strafe around an enemy, like you would in Dark Souls 1, then they will keep track of you very easily.
Well, do
Yeah,
they
the other thing-
respond to spear?
The Alone Knights are just... They are a higher quality of melee enemy compared to most of the stuff so far. Their attack movements
Definitely.
are better. And they're better at dealing with you, such that you have to roll at appropriate times rather than just roll away.
Where did these guys go in Dark Souls 3, I wonder?
I mean, the same place everywhere everyone else went. Wherever.
Yeah, I mainly mean just the fact that you can roll away from anything in 3. You can just mash the roll button and get away from anything. But it feels a bit silly sometimes.
I mean, there is that, but I've also heard it said, I think Doc said this, that Dark Souls 3, in some ways, the enemies are playing Bloodborne and you're playing Demon Souls, so that's a concession against that, at least.
Oh, this one
Yeah.
decided it could hear me from the door this time.
Yeah,
As they
it's,
do.
Yeah. There is a strange bit of variation there. I'm not sure what does it actually.
I mean, might have just been a soul arrow went wide or something. Did you miss one? Oh, you got the Black Steel Katana.
He's
I have
got
a
3
couple
of
at this point.
Oh, okay.
Esther hat and gold serpent ring.
Of course, when I was playing this game and wanted one, they wouldn't give me one, but oh well, whatever.
Another world. This world, actually, is where they all appeared. The wizard is lugging around just a huge...
Wizards
He
are
just
stealing
has
your
to-
swords every day.
Just, he doesn't know what to do with them, so he just puts them in a big pile somewhere. Uses them as paperweights. While some power stancing dexterity character cries themselves to sleep in their world. Probably with like a stash full of powerful wizard staves or something.
Oh yeah, so you almost killed that guy in 2 hits. If you are in search of greater power, you have that ember now.
I do.
Do you know, does sorcery have an equivalent to combust?
A close range spell like Combustion? I mean,
Yeah.
not specifically like Combustion. There are a couple close range sorceries, but we don't have any of them yet.
Hmm.
The real issue here is that sorcery is light on poise damage, and these guys are tough.
Quite so. population in these first two chambers should be emptying out soon, at least.
Yeah, that's a thing about this area, is that even if you don't intend to, you kind of wind up depopulating the Elan Knights.
They have many parts you can harvest. Any useful things that they drop.
I mean, they drop their armor and their sword. That's basically it, right? Which isn't very useful to Flunkus, either of them.
No, not the
because
Flunkus,
they're all
no.
really friggin' heavy.
Someday Gavlon will appreciate.
Yeah.
If I remember to carry things I don't use.
I mean, they also have lore on them, I guess, if you want to learn about how they're all named after this guy, Sir Alone, who just showed up one day and decided, hey, I'm gonna teach these guys how to fight with a katana.
What a nerd.
Well, he was from the Dark Souls equivalent to Japan or something, so
What?
it was just normal for him.
Nerd. No, I don't know what. I still don't know what his deal is.
I mean, he was traveling, and he met the Old Iron King and thought, man, this guy's kind of cool. I'm gonna help him out. Of course, why anyone would think the Old Iron King is cool, I don't know.
He has an
because-
entire castle made of iron.
It's true. In his time, it was pretty
It's a
impressive.
castle made of iron. This isn't stone, it's iron. Bricks of iron. It's too much iron. No one should have this much iron.
It's true, and that's probably the you know, what we should all learn from.
Yeah, you build a castle out of iron, it sinks into a volcano. Don't do it.
Even if it wasn't in a volcano to begin with.
It would just sink into the swamp. Or
It's
just
still
create a
snow.
new magma swamp to sink into.
Exactly. It's just doomed.
Magma swamp, balanced on top of a windmill.
The Old Iron King was many things, but he was not an architect.
I'm Macduff the blacksmith. All I want is a little flame. So, right now. What a marvelous ember. You've got stones, I pray. Give me stones, and I'll fortify your gear.
It's time for even more power?
More
Even more magic?
More
power. And he also sells Large Shard. Indefinitely. Good times.
It's quite good.
And you can infuse stuff now.
Magic, and I have dark.
Yeah, those are the two things you can infuse staves with. I mean, in your case, dark is obviously not that useful.
Yes. Or wait, do I not? I don't have a faint stone.
Ow.
Oh, that's a problem.
Unfortunate. Spear. I do have raw stone.
Do you have any memories of any lizards you may have missed that you can kick off a ledge or something?
There's a couple of lizards I haven't managed to kill.
So I think one of them might have a faint stone in them.
Definitely take the raw spear. Maybe
That
also.
makes sense, yeah.
No, I don't have a stone
Actually,
for the other one
apparently,
yet.
it takes a while for you to get access to Faint Stone. Wow.
Poison on the hook.
Of course, bleed
Then-
and poison, the ultimate weapon.
It's perfect.
The shittiest, dullest hook there ever was.
And then I can have a Bolton knife.
A fate knife.
Oh yeah, so
Or
there's a
nah.
couple
No
infusions
gold.
on here that deserve explanation.
I give you
There's enchanted and there is Mundane. Both of them are pretty weird. So Enchanted, what it does is it adds magic scaling physical damage to a weapon. So when you put that on something, your intelligence will then boost the amount of physical damage it does instead of adding magic damage. Which I never really used, but that was because I was using magic weapon spells, and they actually are more powerful on infused weapons, so it might be good. I don't know. And then there's Mundane, which is dumb and bad, or at least for you. What Mundane does is it scales off of your lowest stat, full stop. So if you are a crazy person who's leveling all stats equally, it will be very strong. But for most people, yeah, that's not happening.
And of course, in this game, lightning
You've been long
is
way.
not
Well.
static, but actually scales off faith.
Yeah, there are less
No
dabble
interest.
infusion types in this game. That is a problem. And that is something that Dark Souls 3 fixes, actually. It keeps the infusion system, which is very good, because that was one of the best things Dark Souls 2 did, was decouple the upgrade paths thing, and let you change what you infuse things with at any time, which is also awesome, also carries through, but 3 actually does have dabbler abilities. In 2, the only real dabbler thing is Raw.
It will have use, but not here.
Yeah, I was mostly hoping you could infuse your staff, but apparently, like, there are only a couple ways we could get Faint Stone at this point in the game, and one is just random drops from Basilisks, which is not going to happen.
Nah, you never know. I guess the other
Like, apparently
one is...
there's one hiding in an area you haven't explored yet, but it's also a hellish area. Well, not a hellish area, but yeah. And then there's stuff later, way later. Oh, and crow trading. That
Yeah, I
can
was
give you some.
just about to say, at this point, I assume your pants are basically full of rocks and shit.
I have several shiny stones.
I mean, there is a statistical chance you might get one that way.
Yeah, 7 small, 2 petrified something or others.
Yeah, crow trading in this game is
Okay.
random. Like there's a big
Well.
list of stuff, and when you give them something, you just get something off the list. And some of it is repeatable, and I don't like there are, you know, special things that are very rare or, you know, petrified will get you them pretty easily. But I don't think they recur, but most
They
of the
do.
stuff from them is just, you know, stones, useful stuff, but consumable useful stuff.
Everything recurs.
Oh, really? Everything recurs?
Yeah.
That
gotten
must
two white
really
rays, for example.
suck for the person who got like 70,000 Channeler Stridents and nothing else.
Yeah.
But they have so many tridents.
They can dance for so long, and then when one breaks, they can just grab it, the next one and keep dancing. Oh, right, that's why. I was wondering why you didn't have any regular size stones, but you get those from using the small sign. And you're not playing online, so...
Oh, really? Is that where those go? You get those from?
Yeah.
Alright, the depopulation has begun.
Yeah, it just kind of happens. They're scary, so you have to fight them, and they kill you a lot while you fight them, so a lot of them just die permanently.
Poor things. I wonder where they go, and I mean, what happens when you start depopulating in Dark Souls 2?
Well, I mean, you know,
lore-wise, what's happening?
remember in Dark Souls 1, you know, you find corpses of lots of people who are undead. They just lose the will to go on or something.
After getting defeated by a clown wizard 15 times, no matter how many points you've earned back, that does something.
It is demoralizing. True.
I like how the dude who gets hit by an arrow is just like, whatever. And everybody else realizes what's going on.
Just thinks the rest of them pulled a prank on him, and he just wanna act not like nothing happened.
Yeah, if it's just rolling on a table in this, there's no reason not to go cash in bird objects at first opportunities. Let's go do that.
Yeah.
Oh, huh, here's something I didn't know. There's a separate list of things. Or, no, actually just a really, really small, cut-down list that you can get stuff by giving them prism stones. And on that list is human effigies, so I guess it is not exactly possible to run out of those. Though trading 70,000 prism stones would get pretty boring after a
Yeah, there we
while.
go.
Yes, you! Give us Silky!
You just drop. And
Yeah,
if
you
you don't
don't
have
actually-
batches,
Yeah, you don't have to reload in this. It just happens.
but if I drop a batch of them, will they all pay out immediately?
I don't know. And it's leave, not discard. Discarding will destroy them. No.
Measures of delay.
Not like that.
Here is also a bit of a silly thing. You can't leave all of them at once. You have to leave them one at a time,
You, give it smooth. Yes, you!
or they won't take them.
Birds are easily frightened. A pile of stones is too much for them.
Strangely enough, you can leave like one and then one and then one and then one, and that will work, but not all of them at once. Like, you don't have to put one down, pick one up, put one down, pick one up. You can put all of them down, but only one at a time.
Well, you know, they gotta replace the stack. Oh, Dark Knight Stone.
Hey. It's like the game's making fun of you at this point. No, that's prism stones.
Just not gonna use your prism
I'm
stones for
also
anything.
going to put. I don't have a use for these if they're not checking pits anymore.
Oh, right, I forgot they
It's
don't
true.
do that in this game.
Have some stones, birds.
You like
And,
rocks?
yeah.
I got rocks.
Pretty much the best thing a prism stone will get you is a human, but,
Beep.
you know, it's something.
Yeah. So nice, so smooth. Yeah. Silky smooth. Yes!
We got a human out of that.
Yeah, a human, some twinkling titanite, a raw stone, mundane stone. I mean, the
Not the
mundane
worst.
stone's worthless, but it's not bad. I'm surprised neither of the petrified somethings got you an equipment item, though.
Yeah, some twinkles. Still pretty good.
I think twinkling titanite is possibly the least good thing they give for petrified somethings.
Oh well.
Oh, actually, I guess for you, since you're not playing online, the white ring would be the least good thing. It's fun to mess with people with, but if you're not going to do that, then it's basically useless. It just makes you look like a white phantom, no matter what's going on.
Very good.
Yeah, the depopulation has mostly happened in sync. On most visits to here, I either destroyed everyone or destroyed no one.
Finally.
Yeah, I never realized just how much better Dark Orb was at shutting people down compared to the Soul Arrows until just now. Because it hits with the poise damage of a heavy Soul Arrow, but casts at the speed of a regular Soul Arrow. Which doesn't sound like much, but resulted in me having a bit less problems with these guys than you did.
Yeah, he's pursuing, yes. Powerful. Some advanced technique down there.
Hey, he's still alive.
It's his home turf. He knows what he's doing. He's a captain. He's got the big shoulder pads and everything.
You don't reach the rank of magma captain without knowing a few things about falling into magma.
Oh, hey. She's here.
She is here.
I'm to smelt.
Beware the big fire. But Lugatil's help this
Lugatil is kind of indestructible, so as long as she keeps his attention, this is kind of a joke.
Yes.
Though I will say that his big fiery sword probably.
Yeah, that has some reach to it. That's got the heat reach.
Yeah. That was not an actual hit, by the way.
Yeah, that was just the heat. Behold the power of fire. Now he's even more on fire, but he's also about to die, so...
Phew.
And I think this means that you'll be able to see the rest of Lugatil's storyline now.
Frank!
Because this is boss fight number 3.
I think they changed it so you only need to do one fight, actually.
Oh, really? Wow.
Okay, if any piece of equipment would leave me considering turning around on no shields, there it is.
It's very good. I don't know what the hell
There are some excellent shields in Dark Souls 2. In a lot of ways. Like, I did not use shields at all, but there are a number of them that made me consider abandoning that at points. There's also a shield that rings like a bell whenever you block something with it.
Which one is that?
I don't remember. And there are also the shields that cast spells, that you can use them as spell tools.
There's also the shield in Lost Bastille I know you can get in a very, very strange place that lets you parry spells.
You've been lost.
It's really bad, but you can parry
Actually, a
spells.
lot of shields in this game let you parry spells. It's not just one. There's a subset of shields that all do it.
Yeah, but I think that's the first one you can get at least. Is in Bastille.
As always. Live by the build, die by the build. All in means all in.
It's been working so far, I would say.
Somehow, yeah.
remember where Greatsword is? As in magic greatsword.
I think I have great magic weapon. I'm not using either magic weapon spell, but I may have found.
Yeah, Declan, I know what you're talking about, and we
Yes.
haven't.
I have magic and great magic weapon. Unless you're speaking of something other than those spells. There they are.
Speaking of something else.
Yeah, I know where it is. Don't worry about it. We have not missed it.
Good times.
Yeah, the Iron Turtle dudes, they're very scary. They're unstoppable.
They are
This is their home.
used. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
are-
you meant the, like, all corroded garbage ones back in the Forest of Fallen Giants. These are the true Iron Turtles. They're here.
And they're used to great effect here too. They will trap you in very tight quarters and
New plan.
smack you into the floor.
Don't mind me, I'm just a boss.
Don't break me and get my life-giving.
I'm
blood.
very valuable, please. The king would be quite upset if
No.
anything were to happen to his vase.
I also like that a captain ran in past you.
Threw
and-
himself into the magma rather than damage the king's vase.
he
Thought he was gonna get fancy about it and extract you without killing the boss, but no.
captain to the end.
Yeah, I think you may have figured out the thing about that walking strike is that they just won't stop walking until they get
Yeah,
to you.
they just keep going. They do not commit until the club is on the ground.
It's not entirely true, but usually you don't
Close
have enough
enough.
space to get away from them. If you get far enough away, they'll put the club down. But you probably can't in here.
Yeah, I think Chameleon is mostly for multiplayer shenanigans. Hidden Body helps with regular enemies, but Chameleon doesn't, I don't think.
Yeah.
At least they drop large.
Yeah, they're friendly like that. Like the blacksmith dudes, this is a very tight-night path, even if you miss the old ember.
Also a fine orb.
That's a very good lever, by the way.
Yes, I love this room. This room is very fun.
Message received.
21 gun salute for those turtles standing on the bridge. They gave their lives for no real reason. Ah, finally. We're here.
Yes, I'm going to start using lockstones now.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's a reasonable decision.
but
I
this
think
is
there's a
sawtooth,
barn.
isn't
Favorite
it?
place.
Somewhere around here. Yeah, it's right there. It's because that's a special place that's up that ladder.
Hmm.
Love this place.
I don't
My
know
favorite
if you're
place.
gonna get the explanation on what this area is, though. because it's twin to another area in Lost Bastille that you didn't miss. Oh no, the dude's there. The dude's there.
Yeah, but it won't make much sense. Says Rothline.
Stay back or we slice you to bits. In my chunks, we shan't be left. Stay back all your pieces. Tiniest pieces.
Ah, an arena.
Yeah. If you keep talking to him, I think he'll ask if you want to guard the bell yourself. Either that, or that only happens in the Bastille, I don't know. But the Bellkeepers are a covenant.
Here too.
They invade this area. If you are in the Bellkeepers, you will get called into Luna or Sol and do your thing. If you like PvP.
And you want prizes. Very good.
Oh, yeah, also the Bellkeepers are another place where you can get lots of Titanite. The rewards for killing someone as a Bellkeeper are various levels of Titanite. All the way up to slabs, sometimes, actually.
Yeah, chunks, slabs, and I think you can get Twinkling Titanite now, too.
I know slabs were added in a patch. I don't remember Twinkling.
I think, yeah, I think they added that in a patch too. Pretty late. Just because it was so hard to get otherwise. For a very long time, at least.
Well, on with the iron.
Yes, yes. I love this part of the Iron Keep. It's just such a fun house. It's amazing. There are so many traps and switches and moving pieces to this place.
Sometimes my projectiles will fuse with the geometry.
Yeah, it happens if you're too close to a wall. Just one of the issues with aiming with the binoculars. I mean, honestly, the binoculars are pretty janky, but I'm still mad that this feature did not come back in 3.
Huh.
I'm surprised it ever existed, honestly.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
wonder
what?
why.
You can aim bows. Why can't you aim spells? It was cool. I was like, yeah, okay, binoculars. This
Yeah,
makes
no.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, it is cool that you can aim spells. I don't know why the binoculars let you do it. Like, was that intentional? Or...
I'm pretty sure it was.
That's weird. Why wouldn't they just let you aim your projectiles then?
Because you don't have, you know, you don't have the buttons, right? Because if you're two-handing your staff, then you have blocking on L1, I think.
Yeah, but it could have been its own mechanic if they wanted to have the mechanic of being able, whatever.
Fog over there. Archer over there, whose attention I've drawn. Or Archer over there, alright. Mimic up here.
Not necessarily.
Dream delay.
Damn it. Is that the first metal route? Are there any others on the regular routes? I can't remember.
I don't think I've seen any.
What, mimics?
Metal mimics.
Metal chest mimics.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the first one in the game.
Oh, the bridge repaired in response to something.
You die.
The bridge, yeah, the bridge comes back when you die, I think. Like, you notice it's dented. Actually, the first thing that happens when you walk in this room is the turtle on the bridge breaks the bridge. So, if you aggro him before he finishes breaking the bridge, he'll just stop and come fight you.
Hmm.
So I wonder what this room was for. I wonder if was it always like a carnival of fiery death, or did the
Maybe
king
it was a
just
regular
wake up one
carnival,
day?
then the magma happened and they ran with it.
Ah, yes, of course. Just with
I mean,
Latest
you know, some of this is
carnival
just
of
molten
iron.
iron, you know? This was a refinery.
with this fire spewing statues. What were they good for? Other than, especially the spinning ones.
I mean, what's a castle? What's a keep? It's built to defend stuff. They're the Iron King's equivalent of, you know, the holes in walls that you can shoot arrows through.
But more magma.
Why are they in the smelting plant?
He's the Iron King. Do you think he wants security anywhere more than he wants it here?
They have to guard all the iron.
Everyone's always trying to steal the iron.
Everyone's trying to steal my entire castle. Just
You know,
one big
just
block.
people outside, like, shimmying bricks out of the wall to take home with them.
No, not cool enough up there.
I see that fog.
Okay, so yeah, did you notice the switches next to those platforms?
Yes, I was avoiding the buttons. I saw what
Okay.
buttons were over at the magma zone.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, they tip those square platforms over. Which is, again, you can turn that against the enemies if you want to, and it's pretty fun. I like this a lot because all of the traps cut both ways.
Okay, ordinary scene break fog. Not yet another mini boss fog. Hey, what's up?
Turtle doing his job, filling up the corridor. Now, you too can be a turtle.
So
I
yeah,
see.
here's the thing about the ironclad dudes. Like, if you read their item descriptions, they are not, in fact, alive. They're just, well, they are, but they're just blobs of iron given life by the Iron King. That's it.
Yeah, once you have
Sap-
this much iron, you start substituting it for anything else.
Lifeblood.
Sapient iron.
Also, I just want to say how incredibly close you were to dying there.
Yeah.
How I
No,
live.
I got it into a rhythm where I could use the guillotine to kill the ironclad every time I came through there. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, those sure are spike walls. Hmm.
Very dangerous room.
Yeah,
There is fire.
they're just spike walls. I don't think they do anything.
Well, they stab. If you touch them. I will say that this is a very interesting room, wink wink.
Yeah, there is stuff in here. It's not just the spike wall. Just don't walk into the spike wall. It's not hiding something from you.
There we go, now we can be a turtle. Yay. Ironclad armor. First ironclad wizard.
Wizard of Steel? No, not with that roll.
Yeah, no, God, no. This is, I think, like one of the heaviest armor sets in the game. It's just not happening. Oh,
It's too
speaking
bad.
of heavy armor sets, you killed the Smelter Demon, so either Mothlan or Melentia will be selling the Smelter Demon's outfit now. Or rather, selling pieces of the Smelter Demon scaled down as an outfit. Those two, Melentia and Mothlan, will periodically update their inventories with stuff as you kill bosses.
Or people.
Or people, yeah, depending. And yeah, no, there's a ladder in the room back there that you want to hit before you go in that fog. Oh, well, we're here.
You say that, but here we are at Magma.
Arrived in the fog. It's
Here
all
we are
good.
at Balrog.
It's time.
They'll probably get it in one. Pretty sure.
I mean, this boss fight isn't so bad for a wizard.
Wake demon.
For non-wizards, this is a pretty tough fight, I think. But for a wizard,
Annoying, I would say. I don't know if I would call it hard for anyone, but it's definitely irritating.
Very slow fire breath, yes.
Fire breath is the irritating part.
That pushes you into magma. Got it.
Yep.
Low speed, high impact fire breath.
Yep.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, the old Iron King is very capable of knocking you into the lava to your death. And that is not the only dangerous thing about him, but it's one of the big ones. Really, when you think about it, we're just sending those turtles back where they came from, into the iron. It's okay. They're just going home.
Their chance to be reforged. Soul Arrow, what are you running into? There's nothing here.
You're putting your staff inside the wall when you cast, because the binoculars do weird shit. At this point, just run up to him and hit the switch to dunk him in the lava.
Barbaric. A wizard would never do that.
We are engaged in honorable missile combat.
We have won today.
Oh yeah, there's this way too.
I'm not sure why that particular fountain is here. Not sure what they want you to use that one for, but...
Not all lockstones are winners.
Nah. Water increases your fire resist by a whole bunch, which can be useful in this area. Just answering that question.
What does water
Just like
do?
in real life.
What's its deal?
Just like in real life, water lets you roll around in lava for a while, unharmed. Try it at home, kids. You can.
A damaged ladder.
It was a bit of a tricky fall right at the very end. You'll want to fall on the outside of the chain hanging down, I believe. So otherwise, you can be nudged into the lava. When you fall onto the cauldron-looking thing. I think it is. You want to fall on the outside of the chain holding it. Or am I thinking of something? No, right.
Yeah, that doesn't really fit the description of what I'm seeing here.
But there is like a chain holding this platform up. You want to stand on the left side of that chain when dropping down to the cauldron thing. Okay, you can do that too. Cute. There was more than one way, possibly, unless you're stuck. So I just know that I tried to drop on the other side of the chain once and sort of got caught on it and slipped into the lava.
Yeah, I would call that the inside since it's nearer the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, you made it. I don't have to try to explain it. Make my stupid explanations anymore. We're safe. That's what's important.
No one is
Never
safe
asked
in
me.
Magma Fortress.
It is also kind of silly how you get the ring +1 before you get the regular ring. Pretty much, even if you play normally. Because why would you not clean that guy's store out?
I guess they just didn't expect you to be nice to Valencia. I don't know.
I mean, the jester guy. What is his name again?
Oh, right, Magarold. Right, no, I confused things. Valencia gives you silver greed ring. Magarold gives you regular gold greed ring.
Read ring +1.
Ah, not quite.
We're back.
Yeah, this room is here to scare you, but it's honestly not that dangerous.
Okay, there's the ladder.
Yes, you can
Oh,
see
it
it.
Got very
as-
warm for a second there.
As you burn to death, you can see your destination. Just out of reach.
Ah, thought Flunkus as he roasted alive. There's the ladder. Good. I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Flunkus is patient. No need to be hasty.
He understands this undead system of thing.
That was the first piece of advice that we get upon arriving here in the Deadlands. Don't worry, death happens. Relax. It's fine.
Flunkus took it to heart. Most people don't. Death is scary, man.
It hurts a whole bunch, I think.
Oh, I canceled out of pulling the switch. I'm not touching you.
Yep, soul arrows fizzle out at a deceptively short range. It feels like they should keep going, but they don't.
Flunkus is determined to find the scientific maximum range of the soul arrow.
Okay, that's what was throwing me off. The heavy arrows have shorter range than the standard arrows.
Oh,
Yeah, they
really?
do.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Because I knew I was hitting this guy from over here before. I was using regular arrow to do it. Alright, that item is inaccessible.
It's in the doom zone. Do not fall off.
They set that up nicely to make sure you know those are flammable. Or giving
Yeah.
you many trap rooms.
They want you to know that the traps cut both ways.
I'm not sure why though. Like, if there's sentient steel,
And that's molten steel, that hurts.
Yeah, and you know, nobody said sentient means smart. They're still just a lump of steel. You
Yeah.
know, iron. Not
Why does-
even steel, iron.
why does fire hurt iron?
It's melting them. Come on.
It's hot enough to ruin the tempering on all these Iron Men.
They're just very upset about being slightly. Oh no, this can't end well.
Oh god!
I knew
It's out of here.
the second you started running around him, there's like, oh no, this is no.
Living iron has a very delicate crystal structure. If anything takes it out of alignment, it goes back to being dead iron.
Yeah, makes sense. Flunkus lives a very upsetting life at the moment.
Turtle, please resynchronize with the trap that's supposed to destroy you. Would be real grand.
No. Turtle population is going to start suffering soon.
The Iron Turtle is highly endangered. The angle on that shot didn't make any sense. Alright, well, that captain is dead.
Uh-oh. Yeah. The 4-hit combo of the turtles just... It has killed greater men than Flunkus, health-wise, anyway.
I mean, the thing is that it's just really, really staggering.
Yeah. It's all the 4 hits.
You
The first
cannot
hit.
escape, even with how slow it is. It's unstoppable.
You get hit by the first hit, you probably get hit by the rest too.
that is the archer that killed me last time. Yet, the shot that was fired that killed me came in, it looked like actually level.
I mean,
Unless
it's
he, like,
possible
saw
that
me and
he-
came over here.
Yeah, it's entirely possible he just moved up. It was like, hey, there's somebody over there.
Bother to kill this crystal bug.
I think it's got a Drake stone, so nothing too useful for you. No, I thought he went back home. Dangerous around here. Wizard.
Dangerous everywhere for a wizard of Flunkus's disposition.
Yeah.
Danger is everywhere.
Dangerous everywhere.
Danger is life.
Flunkus accepts his dangerous existence and endeavors to make it equally dangerous for everyone else.
Flunkus does not feel alive unless he is in danger.
Someone put a campfire up here, I guess.
Yeah,
Some
there's
of these
bonfire
don't
here.
make much sense.
There's also that switch up top. Our good friend. That is the switch to turn off the fire. All the flame-spitting statues now no longer do so. I usually just, you know, get the items that are next to them and then turn it right back on, because I like using them to kill enemies, but you can just leave it off if you want to.
Well, wait, right. I'm thinking of the front fire rather than the middle fire.
finally decide.
I do not at all remember what that key is for.
It's for forests.
Cheers.
The door next to where you fight the last giant.
The iron door of the Iron Keep. Says.
I mean, you can get more details. View it square or X or, you know, whatever it is on your controller. Where the item descriptions are hiding.
Ah, yes, it's that the iron... It's a door from this castle, but it was stolen.
Ah, it's like you said. People...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone
people
keeps
just
stealing
can't
the
stop.
iron.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, it's such good iron, you know? It even comes to life sometimes.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, that's not great. At least not if you didn't want them to come alive. You steal a perfectly nice door and then one day you wake
And
up
then
and
you
it's...
get an army of iron golems in your fortress. Just ask Vendrick.
Oh no. What if it's not a fortress? What if it's more like a garage?
Well, now you have an army of golems in your garage.
No. Can't fit
Why
them.
would you not want an army of golems in your garage?
I need that space for other
Have them
things than
start
golems.
outside.
They can help you with that. Golems are helpers.
Yeah, they'll build you a bigger garage out of iron.
They'll conquer your neighbor's garage.
Well, alright. Well, let's go for that. That sounds pretty good, actually.
Right, just me, the vase. Different vase for outdoors, though. Got that moss vase.
The chameleon spell seems to be slightly confused out here.
Yeah, I think there's just like a, you know, a small list of various things that you can chameleon into in each area, and one is selected randomly.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a single one of those.
It's a vase that got lost from the Earthen Peak. It's fine.
Okay, beam. That also pushes you into the magma.
Yes, the beam.
Just in
Maybe there
general,
was a frame in there somewhere where I could have rolled out of it.
Yeah,
If you had higher agility, probably.
no,
I mean,
regardless of your agility, you can just mash on roll to the side as you wake up after you get knocked down the first time and you can get out of it.
that aside, Magma Beam is one of his most dangerous attacks.
It's also one of his most punishable, so if you can...
Well, yeah, if you get hit, you're like, ow. But if you dodge it, then you can beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And it's the best opportunity for a non-wizard to get some good hits in.
He keeps this arm out there for a very long time. Oh no, my toe! I've been flattened to the ground.
Yeah, actually, this dude specifically is part of why I turned the lever back on. Because I could just fry him every time instead of having to waste spells and effort on him on my way to the boss.
Flunkus has... How many arrows do you have at this point?
A truly
Enough.
disgusting number.
300?
really wanted to go all in, I could have 144. I could have a gross of regular arrows. It's okay, it's a start.
It's a start.
Okay, the soul spears are good for like a quarter of them. No, more like a third. A lot of them. And yes, the attacks that are supposed to let a melee character participate in this fight mean that I get to go wild.
Not a big fan of this fight, mainly because the real threat of him is mostly
Getting
hey,
pushed into the
be
magma.
Yeah, be careful so you don't fall into this lava hole we put right here. I could have gone for just giving him some more interesting attacks instead.
Yeah, that sure was a fight that went as going well until I was pushed into the magma.
Yep. Nice little
Yeah,
extra
there's-
lava hole there.
Yeah, there's that tiny, tiny orb of vulnerability, orb, hole, whatever, on the right side. That the left side is generally the safer side to hang out on if you can.
Well, that was a run back that went well until I fell into the magma.
Oh no. Flunkus, no.
Flunkus has started to enjoy the lava.
I mean, you know, the old Iron King seems to be having a good time. We just need to learn how to swim in magma. And then
What if I were
all
iron?
bolt
How
in
did he
a
become like that?
swimming pool.
Maybe he just jumped into magma enough times for it to sort of solidify around him.
If you practice with small amounts of magma, build up a tolerance.
Even getting punched by big demon king monster still hurts a decent amount, as it turns out. Even
You're out of soul spears, Flunkus. Please stop. Yeah, you can't walk through that, but it's not that difficult to roll through it if you have to. Or at least it wasn't with a reasonable amount of agility. I don't know what it'll be like for you.
pretty hard.
Time will tell.
It's, I mean, the roll itself isn't that hard, but seeing where you're supposed to do the roll, that's hard. Because the hitboxes on the fireballs are larger than they look, which is, you know, always good.
And yes, I have been wearing the red ring this whole time. Good to know.
There's a little bit more arena to make use of too.
Yeah, there's a spot in the back right, but it puts you perilously close to the hole. The fishing hole, if you want to go look for some lava trout or something.
I like to go around the corner, and that's a fire laser. I like to go around the corner on the right side when he started spewing fire sometimes, because you can hide in the door opening there from the fire breath.
It
yeah,
sure
that's
is the
true.
case that people complained that Estus was too correct in how useful it was.
Another thing is that Estus chugging is faster the more agility you have.
Mm-hmm.
So again, the tax stat, that is adaptability, cursing you once more. Or it might just be adaptability, I don't know. I think I might remember a video that showed it was scaled with adaptability, not agility. So attunement doesn't help. I'm not sure on that though.
That's
I know
weird.
the
if
invincibility
that's the
frames.
case.
I know the invincibility frames are just agility, but the Estus speed might be adaptability itself.
Wow, that's strange. If that's the case.
Or that would certainly be Dark Souls.
Personally, like the speed of Estus in this game. So it makes PvP more interesting. But just not interesting for everyone.
Yeah, I like the Dark Souls 2 Estus speed too, just when it's as fast as it can go. It being able to be slower is bad.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, now we're feeling right. Got him into a nice little pattern. Uh-oh. Not into the lava hole.
It's fine. It's fine.
Phew. Yeah. I like how he starts jabbering when he goes down. It's like, ow, 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 ow. That hurt. And then he just poofs out of existence.
We've embraced the greatness of iron.
Now, I want to find something greater than iron. Can it be done? Steel? Little Steel King?
Carbon.
No, there is steel here. I mean, the black steel katana is the black steel katana, after all, not the iron katana.
Adorable. I love this. Look at this. Look at this. It's beautiful.
Yay!
Everyone jokes about Bonfire Mimic, and there it is.
It's okay, he's a friend. Go talk to him.
Every mimic is a friend in a way.
Then accept the fate of your ilk and face the trials that await you. And yes, you have already joined the Crestfallen. Young Harlow, there are but two paths. Inherit the order of this world, or
Farewell, friend fire.
See you, horrible clump.
Fire mess.
And this
Also,
would be,
yes.
yeah, the entrance to another DLC zone.
Another DLC gateway lies here.
You are blessed with a myriad of souls. Bearer of the curse, make your way to the castle.
So yeah, you can go to the castle now. Which, actually, the way to the castle is in the Shrine of Winter, if you found that little place that you couldn't go into.
You've been long away. Well. No interest. Suit yourself.
Well, 4 out of 4. Large Soul Sod.
Sought and found.
Next time, Monarchy?
Kingship. Right.
Is Flunkus true royalty?
Or just a clown.